This is blowing my mind right now. What's up guys, it's Bridget. I'm gonna go get some Indian food today. I'm taking you to a place called Planet Bombay. This is currently my favorite Indian restaurant in Atlanta. The only dilemma I have is that every time I go, I only get like one of two things, which is either a chicken curry or a biryani dish. I wanna step out of my comfort zone today, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a dish from each region in India, from the north, south, east, and west. I'm starving, I can't wait, let's go. All right, so we're starting off with the classic mango lassi. I think I've only really tasted it before, so this is new for me. Whoa. I think every restaurant varies in the viscosity of it. This one's pretty thick. It's almost like a milkshake. So the mango lassi is made with yogurt, milk, and mango pulp. It's got a nice tartness to it. Definitely tastes like almost like the original smoothie. That's delicious. If you like yogurt, you like mango lassi. I don't want to drink it all. I'm gonna get full before our food even gets here. Okay, yes, they turned on the music for us, so we don't have to worry about copyright, and our chicken 65 just got here. This looks so good. Look at the color on this. Deep crimson red hue. Oh, it looks so good. It smells fantastic. For the record, you guys, I'm starving. Look at that beautiful red crimson color. Oh man, it smells amazing too. Guys, that is amazing. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That chicken is so tasty. It's breaded and fried, so they're almost like little chicken nuggets, but the coating of sauce on there is so thick and it's actually absorbed into the breading of the chicken, so it's like flavor all the way throughout. It's not very spicy, but it's got a nice little kick, and this like flavor punch of spices and this red sauce. I'm not sure what the red, oh, maybe like a curry, but it tastes incredible. Wow. The dish itself originates in Chennai in South India. Oh, I could eat this whole plate right now. Wow. It almost looks like it's smoky, but it's not. It's got a whole different flavor profile. A little bit sweet, a little bit tangy. Oh. Fantastic. Let me try some with mango lassi. Not a bad combination. Ooh, I love how they give you fresh jalapenos. Let me get one of those with a little bit of chicken. We'll do a two-part here. That's spicy. Yes. You gotta have the combo with the jalapeno and the chicken. I also got a nice bit of cilantro in there. That's the complete flavor profile. Cilantro, jalapeno, and the chicken. Wow, this jalapeno is really spicy. Sometimes you get a jalapeno and it's not that spicy. It's just kind of like mid. This one's actually very spicy. Woo! I just drooled on myself. Oh, so the actual name is Chicken 65. I thought that might have just been like a nickname the restaurant gave it, but the actual name is Chicken 65. Oh, because it was created in 1965. Pow! The internet, my best friend. 1965 chicken from Chennai. Love it. It kind of reminds me of like a Cantonese honey chicken, or almost also like a kung pao chicken. In its texture, not flavor. The flavor is totally different, but that kind of breaded chicken that has gotten a little bit soft from the sauce being saturated into it. Oh man, it's so good. Oh.
Shrimp Bhuna.
Wow. Beautiful. It smells delicious. Okay, all the dishes came out at the same time. Look at this beautiful spread of food. Okay, I'm gonna go from here to here just to tell you what we have in front of us. So this is a whole wheat paratha. It's a flatbread and it's got butter brushed on it. Look at how beautiful that coloring is. Oh man, I can't wait to try that. Okay, so let's start on the east of India. This is shrimp bhuna. And it's a thick curry sauce with garlic, ginger, tomatoes, onions, and green peppers. Ooh, smoking hot. Ooh. Mmm. Oh, whoa. Wow, that's got a lovely cumin, ginger, and garlicky flavor. You taste all that in there. The curry sauce is like a deeper flavor. Mmm. This is brown curry in here. Oh, and I love the color of that turmeric in there. It gives a beautiful hue. Mmm. It tastes like a very traditional curry. Mmm. Now we're moving on to West India. This is the lamb Vindaloo, and it's from Goa, but it in fact originates in Portugal. This lamb is marinated in garlic and vinegar and then slow cooked to make it nice and tender. Oh, just see how my fork went into there? It basically broke the lamb apart. Wow. Mmm. Whoa. Okay. I have to tell you guys, this is the dish I was most looking forward to, and this is blowing my mind right now. The flavor of the lamb is so good. It has this lovely tanginess to it, almost like it has been marinated in a brine. It's just so tender. Mm. The flavor is a little bit tangy, garlicky, but you really do have a lot of the lamb coming through, although it's not gamey. It's not spicy at all. This dish actually has origins in Portugal. The Portuguese brought over um, uh, pickled and brined pork with garlic and vinegar, and it has been adapted over time to create the Vindaloo dishes. So this really comes from Goa on the west side of India, and man, it's so good. And so that's what really drew me to wanting to try it. I've heard of the dish before, but I had no idea about that history of it. Mmm. The lamb falls apart immediately. You can tell this has been slow cooked for hours. Wow. Now I know these dishes, they're meant to be eaten with rice and the bread, but I really just wanted to try them on their own. But look at this basmati rice. Beautiful fluffy rice. I'm gonna have this last bite of lamb here with the rice. Mmm. There's so many flavors. The rice just captures all of them. Mm. The rice is fluffy and loose, but still very soft. It doesn't interrupt the lamb or the stew. Okay, that's my favorite thing so far. Okay, now the dish representing North India is the tofu passanda. Oh man, I said I have to try a cream-based dish here. This is a mild cream-based curry. Mmm. That's totally different from the other ones. Mmm. The cream sauce is much sweeter, creamy obviously. It has cashew in it as well. The tofu is marinated in yogurt, so it does have a little bit of kind of a little bite to it. And it also has methi leaves, which I have to look up what that is, but it is a type of herb, and I am getting that in the flavor. It's almost like a basil essence, but not quite. So that might be what the methi leaves um, give. Ooh, okay. Let's try this porata with some of this cream sauce. It's made with whole wheat flour, and then I guess it's seared on a pan or baked, and then brushed with butter. Mmm. It's like a hearty flatbread. Wow, that's delicious. I've never had this before. Mmm. A nice toasty aroma. Yum. I'm most familiar with naan, which is much more doughy and soft and thicker. This is a little much thinner and a little bit crispier. It's got a very nice texture to it. It's like almost halfway to a cracker, but it stops while it's still nice and chewy in the middle. Oh, but the outside is like a toasted bread cracker. Let me dip it in some of this Vindaloo sauce. Ooh, that is so good, you guys. This is just a vessel to have that sauce. Mmm. Mmm. Getting a little bit of like lime flavors, coriander. Wow, it's so fragrant. Okay, let me try it in the shrimp Bhuna. This is that brown curry, also mild. None of these dishes, by the way, are spicy. They all have a very nice mild flavor. I'm sure you could add spice to them, but I want them just as they are. Mmm. Wow. This one definitely has more of that pepperiness from the bell pepper. Mmm. That's just exquisite. These onions, these crispy onions with the bell peppers. Look at that, a nice piece of carrot in there. Mmm. 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 Lots of coriander in there. And that was not carrot. That was tomato. Mmm. Squish immediately, and you get a burst of tangy, tomatoey flavor that's been stewed. I'm telling you, that's not like eating a raw tomato. It's a totally different flavor profile. Oh, it's so good. It's great with the shrimp, but the sauce and the curry itself is so good that you can really just have the curry on its own. Mm. The shrimp was really well cooked in here, and it adds that protein component. Mm. Look how fluffy that rice is, man. Oh, it just falls. Look. Perfectly cooked. Mm. I'm gonna get a little bit more of this tofu. The tofu also either it was coated or it was deep fried, so it's got like a nice crispy exterior. Mm. It's made with coconut cream, so I think some of that sweetness is coming from the coconut concentrate or coconut paste is what I read on the menu. Coconut paste. So it is sweet, but it stops just short of being too sweet. Mm. I'm so glad I was able to try a dish from each corner of India. You really taste the difference where you have the north, you have west, east, and south. And even though these two might look the same, they taste totally different. The cream base is completely different. And then you have the chicken 65 that has a totally different flavor profile. It's almost like you're eating Chinese food or something like that. This, I think I like this more than naan because it's not as heavy, it's not as thick and doughy, and nice, a little bit of chewy doughiness in the middle. But I really like this outside that's got that nice crispy crust. And the whole wheat flour, yeah, I love that. All right, I'm getting pretty full here, but gotta do one last bite combination. The lamb vindaloo. Oh, let me get a piece of tomato in there. There's some tomato in that. Gotta do one last bite in here in the paratha with the lamb vindaloo. I'm pretty full already, so I think this is gonna be the last hurrah. So good. Wonderful. Thank you. And for dessert, I'm having gulab jamun. This is a deep fried, kind of like a sponge cake soaked in syrup. Whoa. It's like a cake donut. Very sweet with that syrup soaked into it all the way through. And then I'm getting like cardamom, maybe a little bit of rose water, but not too much. I'm mostly getting the cardamom flavor. They're so perfectly fried. So golden brown and pretty. Let's cut into it to see what it looks like. And they're warm too. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, that sponge cake totally has absorbed that syrup. It's warm. Tastes like a donut, a cake donut, fresh out of the fryer, with icing on top. So tender. Very, very moist. The sponge is not dry whatsoever. It almost just becomes one with the syrup. And the golden brown exterior, it's like what's holding it all together. Yum. Wow. Oh my goodness, that was so good, you guys. I have so many leftovers for later and I am not mad about it. I'm so glad I went ahead and got a dish from each region because they're all so different and just have this unique flavor profile, unique to each of them. But I have to say, the lamb vindaloo was my absolute favorite. That tender lamb with a little bit of brininess and the garlic, it's just got all the flavors that I naturally like. Let me know what you guys like. Leave it in the comments. I want to know because there's hundreds of Indian dishes, so there's still so much more for me to try. But this really helped me start to open up my sights to try new things besides just curry and just biryani. So if you guys like this video, hit like, subscribe for more food content, and I'll see you all very soon.